the right bitch. No lefty, walking my truth, don't fuck with my 17 crawl for you walk. Run it, catch me, got a sharp tongue, spit it, machete. Mean beat, but a nigga never slept me. Watch your mouth, unless you wanna catch these. Mic check, testing. Can you hear me?
Are you there? Honey, are we here? Guys, gals, and guests, honey, yes, honey, you tuned in to nobody other than the best. Honey, from the U.S. to Budapest, honey, let's take a break from the war and see what's going on with you. Let's see what's going on with y'all out here. Let's see what's going on out in this world. Yes, I'm a couple minutes late. Yes, don't judge me. Yes, judge your mother. You know how we get down. Yeah, this is my first time late since we've been back. And I got good reason. I had a seizure. Yeah, don't cry for me, Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina, because of somebody who had a seizure and did the crab walk backwards down the steps, honey, and is no longer here with us today. It's somebody who had a seizure, honey, and choked on a piece of ham hock at the kitchen table, honey, and they not here with us today. It is somebody who had a seizure somewhere who not here to say that they had one, honey. But guess who is here? None other than the P-U-S-S. 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 Yeah, y'all, I had a seizure. I said I was feeling real introspective about it yesterday, honey. I was feeling very Mother May I yesterday. And I was like, oh, we're going to get on and I'm going to talk about it with the people. I'm going to talk about the seizure with the people and explain what happened. We just going to talk about life. I was so happy to be alive, honey, after I made it through that damn seizure. I said we was going to talk about life. I had so much to talk about. I had so much in my heart, so much in my spirit. Guess what the hell happened? Child, honey, I'm over it now. Yeah, honey, I don't know how many seizures it's been. We past counting at this point, honey. You know, child, get a glass of water, honey. You know, take your wig off, wipe your forehead, honey. Lay down, take a nap for a couple of minutes. You be all right. No, in all honesty, I'm not quite 100% yet. I had the seizure. What's today? Thursday. So I had the seizure Tuesday night. That's why y'all got the Vogue compilation, the Vogue film compilation late. So yeah, I had the seizure Tuesday night, and then I had some stuff planned to do for Wednesday. I was supposed to drop the Vogue film compilation Tuesday night, ended up dropping it the next day. And yesterday I just chilled, you know, got my life together, honey. Baby, I couldn't spring back into action, honey, baby. I'm not one of the Avengers, honey. And you know, I'm not that same old party girl I used to be, honey. I had to sit my ass down. Plus, I got more sense now. You know, I got enough sense to know now that, honey, when it's one of the moments, you gotta sit your ass down for a minute and come together. You need a moment of reconciliation to reconcile all of your things. Typically for me, I don't have that many seizures. It's not that common. I am epileptic. I think it could be a factor of a couple different things. I typically only have seizures when I'm really stressed out or like me being malnourished, dehydrated, stuff like that, not taking care of my body properly. It'll cause me to go into a seizure like my body's a little more, I think, sensitive than the average person in that way. So yeah, so it could have been a bit of that because I haven't been eating like I'm supposed to. Side effect from crazy medication, honey. Side effect from antidepressants. So I haven't, like, when I'm on my antidepressants, I don't, or certain antidepressants, one of the side effects is that I don't have no appetite. And that's why a lot of people lose weight on prescription drugs, especially various antipsychotics. Because for a few of the drugs, or for a few of the medications, side effects can affect appetite. So I hadn't been eating much, so that could have been it. But I honestly think it was a switch up of the medications. I think it was a switch up because I'm currently on, for me, I tailor my medications, my mental health medications based on what's going on in my life, based on how I'm doing, how I'm feeling in the moment. Now, y'all know I've been very open. I'm just coming out of a bout of depression, like a severe bout of depression that I had that lasted for a couple of years. And I was online, documenting it. You could see it, videos available here. So, coming out of this bout of depression, one of the things that has helped is medication. Now, for me personally, I'm crazy as hell. So at any given time, I'm going to be on some type of prescribed antidepressant, anti-anxiety, anti-something chemicals, that. But I've been taking a little bit extra with this, with that bout that had hit me. It was like, girl, you need a boost. You need a little extra, honey. So I took a little extra, got a little booster, honey, did a little Wellbutrin. Now, Wellbutrin, I have to be careful of because one of the side effects for Wellbutrin, commonly prescribed as an antidepressant, for me, prescribed as an antidepressant. Wellbutrin is one of those prescriptions that the side effect can be seizures. It's possible that I am epileptic from being prescribed Wellbutrin as a child when I was younger, when my brain was in various developmental stages. It's quite possible because I wasn't born with seizures. They just came out of nowhere randomly in my late teens. So yeah. On the Wellbutrin to give it a boost. Won't be on the Wellbutrin long. But a couple of other options I had were things like clonazepam and Xanax. And if y'all know anything about those prescriptions, honey, you know that you in the woods with them, honey. It's people in rehab on them. You know what I mean? Them some strong girls. Them some heavy girls, honey. It ain't too much heavier than that, other than a lithium. And that's pretty much a medical lobotomy. Yes. Good. Brain dead. But yeah, so I haven't had the Wellbutrin for about a week and a half, but it wasn't intentional. It was some BS going on with my pharmacy and my psych doctor. But I had spoke to her, come to find out this whole time Miss Thing got the wrong birth date, honey. I don't know who birth date she done had in the system for me this whole time, but it wasn't mine. And so that's why the pharmacy wasn't filling the prescription, because up until changing pharmacies, up until me being at this new pharmacy, it had never been an issue before. They was just running the prescriptions with the wrong birth date at CVS. But now that I ain't going CVS, honey, they said, nope, this ain't her. The match ain't matching. It ain't lining up. So here we are. I'm back on the Wellbutrin now, for now. I had a seizure. I'm not 150%. Not even 100. Probably a good 75. Somewhere between 75 and 79 at a good moment. Honey, still feeling dizzy. Still got a headache. Honey, if I backflip out of this chair, it's not a stunt for comedic purposes. Call 911. If you know my boyfriend, call him and let him know that I'm up here Harlem shaking. Let him know that it's giving convulsions. Let him know that it's giving electrocution, honey, with no electric socket. Honey. Yeah, honey, rattle, shake, rattle, and roll. Tell him that she up there rattling, honey. Because he don't know. I keep so much damn noise and shit anyway, being a crazy person. That, honey, he don't be knowing what be going on. I could be doing gymnastics routines up here, honey, far as he know. Child, honey, it's one of the least noisiest when I'm on here talking to y'all. But I'm going to learn to be I know that was so awkward, me talking about the seizure. I feel awkward talking about it. I'm not comfortable being vulnerable in front of y'all yet. I'm not comfortable being vulnerable in front of anybody. Child, I'm not even vulnerable in front of my mother. Huh? I don't know what I was doing when I was on the tip. I don't know what I was doing, honey, when I was on the tip. I don't know what I was doing before I can remember, but for as long as I can remember, vulnerability be questionable. No, not comfortable. Not comfortable being, well, I'm comfortable being vulnerable with y'all in a sense, you know, because I share every damn thing with y'all. I don't have no secrets from y'all. It's not, you never have to worry about anybody coming out saying Bre Starr did something that Bre Starr didn't already tell you that she did. Honey, and if y'all do have rumors or something, expose them. That's why I expose everybody, because I'll be wanting somebody to try and expose me, honey, so that we can kiki together and make some content out of it. But no, I'm not comfortable. And it's something that I'm working on, even in my personal life, genuinely. It's something that I'm working on in therapy and have been for years. Being vulnerable and appearing weak. I'm not comfortable appearing weak to people. And I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the fact that I've always been feminine and growing up feminine in the hood and growing up a feminine boy in the hood. I think weakness weakness is something that was always tied to femininity for me. And I always felt the sense of people perceiving me as weak when they perceived me as feminine. Just had a sense of people perceiving me as weak, period. And I think it's because I've been feminine. And also something I tend to forget is that people consider me short. I don't consider myself short. I'm average height. I think that I'm average height for a woman. But people be trying to say that I'm short. But I don't have a short people complex. That ain't why I carry around tools to protect myself. But no, I was feeling real vulnerable yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be such a cute little vlog moment." Because I do vlog for y'all when I am feeling vulnerable, feeling comfortable being weak. And I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a cute little story time moment, honey." And the next thing I know, honey, they was talking about Britney Spears was drunk driving. I was like, "Oh Lord, honey, we back on the boat." Honey, we is back on the boat. We got to see what's going on with the people. But yeah, honey, my boyfriend was scared to death. To finish with the story time, to wrap up the story time, honey, so we can get into what Britney crazy ass is doing, honey. You know, I can't be the only crazy motherfucker that I talk about on here. That ain't how life works for me. No. Gotta introduce y'all to my kinfolk and remind y'all that I'm not alone. But I know a lot of y'all listening is crazy as catnip. So baby, we all in the litter box together. Anyway, I last thing I remember is hopping out of the bed because, like I said, this was in the night, and sometimes I lay in bed with my boyfriend and he be asleep or falling asleep on me, but he sleeps like a rock, so I be editing content every damn thing. He don't move, don't bust a move, honey. Snoring, don't stop, don't skip a beat, honey, nothing. So I'm editing, and so then I'm just like instantly hungry, and then I realize, oh, whore, you ain't really ate nothing today. You gonna have to eat something, honey. Even if we make a snack, honey. Even if we get a protein bar, or protein shake, or something. Here's my black ass up to go downstairs, and I got hit with a chill. I was like, oh Lord, the ghost of Christmas past must be in there. You know, because they say that when you in a paranormal situation, when it's a ghost round, you walking through a ghost, it's like walking through a sheet of ice. You know, like an ice storm, a wave ice. And that's why I felt like, oh. You know, still not thinking seizure, honey. I tiptoed my ass downstairs, honey. Baby. Ended up getting a honey bun. No, that wasn't no protein bar. Ended up getting a honey bun. I was like, this is what, this will at least hold me till the morning. Or so I thought, honey. Gets back in the bed. And that's the last thing I remember. I remember being cold. I remember getting in the bed and being cold. Honey, next thing I remember, honey, it was like I was in the Twilight Zone, honey. It was like it was beam me up, Scotty. You know, have y'all ever tripped or had a bad high or something like that? Baby, that's what it was feeling like. It was feeling like all of those at once, baby. I felt like I was in multiple dimensions all at one time, baby. I thought I was in the multiverse, honey. I don't know who I thought I was. I thought I was Max Fantastic or something. I know what. But honey, this white man, I didn't even recognize the white man. This white man just came from out of nowhere and was shaking me. It was shaking me and was like, "You okay? You okay? You okay? You all right? You all right, love?" And then I started coming back too, and I realized that the white man was my boyfriend. And I was like, oh, and so then I had just I did a dip back in the bed and I dipped back into the pillow. And I was like, whew, I was just breathing, doing my Lamaze breathing. Yes, honey, when you have seizures, they teach you Lamaze breathing too. Something like, they might not be called Lamaze, but that's what we're calling it today. Honey, but they teach you deep breathing techniques when you have seizures as well, because for some people, having a seizure is just as simple as not enough oxygen is getting to their brain. For me, it's a chemical fuck up thing that causes, like, I don't know. I'm not a neurologist. I'm a psychologist, honey. No, I didn't. I didn't go to school that long and not going back, honey. No, not to become a neurologist, honey. They've been there for 800 years. Anyway, yeah, did a dip back in the pillow, started doing my deep breathing techniques, honey. And then eventually I came back to, and he was looking at me like I had grew another head or something, or had lost the one between my legs or something. And I was like, I'm all right, honey. And then I was like, damn, I just had a seizure. And for me, again, it was a shock because I didn't feel it coming. I usually feel them coming, honey. I usually know. I'll be like, I hear it. I hear it could be, that seizure could be 2 miles over, bitch. And I hear her marching, tipping in her heels, honey. But I didn't feel her coming this time. I ain't had no sense of her coming, baby. She hit me like a storm. I didn't even remember what happened that led up to the damn seizure. I told y'all last thing I remember was being cold, feeling cold in the bed. Next thing I remember, broke out into a whole sweat, honey, turning the damn bed into a swimming pool. And then he told me what had happened. He said, honey, he said, you was up on the fan. You was holding on to the fan. The fan was on when I had came back upstairs before the whole situation. So I'm assuming I had tried to turn the fan off and then I ended up falling on him. It's a seizure, so it's dead weight. I had no control over none of my body. Um and yeah, honey. And I was, doing a little, and yeah, eyes was rolling back in my head. A little Linda Blair. Oh, just a touch. Emily Rose. Just a little bit of Emily Rose, a little Emily Rose moment, honey. Child, I was telling my therapist today. I was like, honey, I don't know what kind of near death experiences other people be having, when they be going to the light, honey, and stay away from the light and walk toward the light, Carol Ann and all that. That ain't my experience, honey. It be very much given, like, for lack of better words, it's like my energy just is exploding and becoming a part of everything around me, if that makes sense. But you also have to keep in mind that it is believed that near death experiences are simply hallucinations that we have when we are near death. And those hallucinations are based on our preconceived notions of life, death, afterlife, religion, spirituality, etc. Honey, but that's enough of my boring ass life, honey. That is enough of my boring ass life. Armani Day Chanel, what you said? What had happened? What had happened? I was in this bitch home. That's what happened. Honey. Jay, why are you gagging? I have seizures. Shout out to Jay. I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling much better. Is this? I know this ain't who I think it is, Ava Marie. I know that ain't who I think it is. 38. I know that. Is that who I think it is? I ain't gonna blow your spot up. I ain't gonna blow your spot. But I think we see each other. I think we see each other. I am doing much better. Armani said I'm working too damn hard. Honey, Armani, for me, this ain't really work. I think that's probably the problem. I think I do too much. I be doing too much of this public figure content, all of this stuff, because to me it doesn't feel like work. But we see I'm still here, honey, baby, Armani, and I'm still gonna be working. Oh, navigating medications are scary. Navigating medications are scary, and it does take time. It does take time. And I mean, I'm somebody who has experience from both sides of the table, being the patient and treating the patient, even though I don't prescribe medicines and can't if I wanted to, which I don't want to. I can refer people though, however, and I can give suggestions. Anyway, um, yeah, even for me being somebody professional is these things can be difficult. And the biggest thing with big pharma in the States is that everything got a mother side effect. You just have to outweigh your side effects. For me, having a couple extra seizures and Harlem Shake moments, I'll take that over being dependent on a drug for the rest of my life. For me personally, but to each their own, and everybody have various reasons. I mean, realistically, there are extreme risks that come along with me having seizures, especially not being able to predict them. I could have very easily had the seizure when I was walking up or down the steps and not be here right now, you know. Very much giving house on haunted hell. Yeah, yeah. Could have been one of them kind of situations. But we have choices. We have choices. Vulnerability and transparency. Why not? I'm a tranny. Why not be transparent? Yeah, why not be vulnerable? I'm visible. Why not? Oh, why not? Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been epileptic for, is it most of my life at this point? Yeah, most of my life at this point. Yeah, so what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Like, baby. You gagged because why am I here? Because I love being here. What is the point? I relaxed yesterday. Honey, y'all got a break from me yesterday. You weren't happy with your break that you got yesterday. Honey. Or Tuesday, whichever day, honey. Y'all got a damn break. Honey, I ain't doing nothing but sitting in the damn chair talking to y'all. Honey. I didn't, trust me. I didn't go out of my way to produce this show today, but it was in my spirit to talk to y'all, and it was in my spirit to share my journey with epilepsy with y'all, because I know a lot of people, even watching me online, you don't see me in real life. You don't know what I go through in real life. You don't know about the things that I don't tell you. And I think a lot of times when people see people like me, somebody who can vogue, and somebody who can drive, and somebody who can do live alone and do various things, I think it's hard. Somebody who can walk, I think it's hard sometimes for people to realize that I am disabled. I am. And I'm not the only one. And having a disability, it doesn't limit me from pursuing all of my dreams, including being here with y'all. Yeah. So that's why I'm here, Jay. Stop playing with me, fam. Stop playing. See, this is what happens when your family supports you and stuff. Baby, I don't know if no cash apps is coming in or not. I appreciate you if you're sending them. Thank you. Love you down, honey. Love you dearly to the bottom of your skin marks and your drawers, honey. But we be on Do Not Disturb when we be live. If you want to get in touch with me, the people's already know. Everybody who knows me in real life. No, if you want to get in touch with me, honey, and I'm not responding, and it's an emergency, honey, you better hop on that live stream, child, see what's going on, honey. Hit it up in that chat. But while I was down for 17 seconds, honey, I ended up seeing this story. I said, oh, Lord, I don't be sharing with the people. I don't be sharing with the people. Me and my partner, we were sitting back. I was like, I don't be sharing. We sit up and watch all this interesting content and taking all these interesting news stories that I don't even be sharing with the people. I just be sharing stuff with y'all that be popular because, we still trying to get the channel to grow. And then I'll feed y'all the shit that I want you to see. But we gotta get the numbers up first. Anyway, he was like, fool, this how you get the numbers up. So while I was taking a break yesterday, comes across this story. Matt, we got Matt here. Let me tell you how Matt ends up in the interrogation room, honey. Matt is rich and clearly white, honey, with his rich white wife and their family and their kids, and they got successful businesses. They millionaires, honey, and they got a mansion and all the things, right? Honey, Matt is living the American dream, you would think, right? So why the hell is Matt in handcuffs, you might ask? Matt is one of the most privileged people in the world. Why is Matt in handcuffs? And Matt only speaks one language and is a millionaire, honey. You know it can only happen only in America, honey. Anyway, Matt's rich wife wanted to cheat on him. Kim wanted to cheat. Kim been having an affair off and on for about 8-10 years. Somewhere between 8 and 10 years, been having an affair off and on with Danny. Now you might say, well, why Kim just didn't leave Matt and go be with Danny, honey? Kim be giving Danny they coins, honey. Kim is helping to fund Danny's grow operation. That's half illegal. Honey, Kim is taking money out of her children's mouth to feed Danny and his family. Honey, Danny got a fiance now. Honey, Danny really not supposed to be seeing Kim no more. The fiance is pregnant. He already calling her his wife. Honey, child. But Kim, Matt's wife, this is Matt here. His wife, Kim, never stopped seeing Danny. She lied. She lied and said she stopped seeing Danny. Everybody thought her and Danny was done. Danny family thought they were done. Yeah, his family know about it. Y'all be supporting y'all trifling family members when they be cheating. Right. Danny family knew about it. They thought it was over. Everybody thought it was over. Honey. Danny fiance even knew about Kim because Kim had ran up on the fiance. He said, Bre, not these rich white people, these older rich white people. Yes, these older rich white people is a cockamamie fool. Do you hear me? So Matt is in the interrogation room now because, spoiler, hold on, we got to do the spoiler alert, honey, drug deviancy, recreational drug alert. Honey, they addicts. Honey, they get tore down from the floor down while they down in the basement. Honey, Kim and Matt, that's why Kim ain't left Matt for Danny, because Danny don't want to them get high with Kim. Honey, but Matt is going to get high with Kim and get higher than Kim and lift Kim up with him. Honey, baby, the giraffes is in the safari together. They high in the bamboo shoots. Baby, honey, that's the real reason Kim and Matt don't want to leave each other, from my psychological opinion. Honey, but anyway, Matt and Kim, they both blasted like a boombox. Matt gets wired up and decides he wants to go to Danny's house. Matt then got wired up like Radio Shack and decided that he wanted to go to Danny's house while him and Kim was wired up. Plugged in. They was plugged in, honey. The plug was in and out the house many times by the time they had got this stone, baby. Kim goes with Matt. Now you know that they're a pair of fools. I warned you. That's why I'm setting you up, that they're a pair of fools. Kim goes with Matt. Keep in mind, Matt is armed going to Danny's house. Keep in mind, Danny is a drug gangster, a dealer gangster situation. Okay, corral. Hot. Kim got hit.
Is she okay?
I wasn't out there, sir. I've been here the whole time.
You can't find out for me?
I told you we couldn't tell you, sir.
Oh my God. No. God, help her.
Help her.
God, please. She didn't deserve this. What's up?
Hey.
How's my wife?
All right, here's what's gonna happen.
Is she okay?
Matt,
Yeah.
if I unhandcuff you, you're gonna behave yourself?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, we don't have any issues there?
Okay, what?
When I unhandcuff you, I want you to have a seat, okay, partner?
I wouldn't been on
Is that
handcuffing
good?
Matt's crazy ass.
No, it's not good, but
Is she alive? Is she alive?
hold on, relax, sit down.
Is my wife alive?
We're gonna talk real quick here, okay? Hold on 1 second.
Oh my God. Tell me. Please.
She didn't make it, she died.
Oh no! No! No!
Why is Matt on the floor?
Oh my God, no!
Matt, get your ass out.
Oh my God! Was she shot in the chest? Oh my God! I'm sorry, I was next to her. We were trying to get the out of there as these shots were driving in reverse. Oh my God!
You was trying to get the hell up out of that. Matt, you shouldn't have never went round that man's damn house. And I don't know what kind of wife Kim was to let you do it and ride with you. She had to tell you where he stayed. Man. Honey, what had ended up happening was Danny ended up popping Kim ass in the neck. As good as my name is Bre, honey, pop Kim's ass in the damn neck, honey, while they was going in reverse. While they was in reverse, honey, Kim was driving. Riding dirty. Riding dirty, honey. They was already giraffe puss. Honey, they was already skyscrapers. These people is too goddamn old. This man don't have a dark or a blonde hair on his body. Nuts look like snow cones. And he got the nerve to be out here riding dirty to the maestro's house. Yeah, that's a male mistress. Riding dirty to the maestro's house. Kim crazy as catnip. Matt crazy as catnip. Honey, Danny is the one that popped Kim in self-defense. Honey, Kim is around here prancing like a reindeer. If it's meant for me to show y'all Kim prancing like a reindeer, then I'll show y'all her prancing like a reindeer. Oh, it must be meant, because here go Kim. Get into this foolishness. Get into... Come on, girl. Little girl.
Get out! Danny! Matt, get in the... Get out, Danny!
Stay away from my wife!
Stop it! Stop it!
Stay away from my wife!
Danny! No!
Reindeer. Look at the sniper. Look at the sniper. Look at Matt, the sniper. Look at Matt. That's Danny bloody.
No!
Who else has a gun here? Get out of here! Let's go! Who else has a gun here?
You see them both prancing like reindeers. Rudolph and Dasher, honey.
Get out of here!
Now she want to tell Now you want to tell Matt to stop. Now you want to tell Matt to stop, huh? You should have told Matt's ass to stop when he was driving, when y'all was driving. Y'all crazy. Y'all, it's crazy, honey. If you're in this type of abusive relationship, honey, if you're in any type of violent abusive relationship, I suggest you get the hell up out of there, honey. Dial your honey. Put hotline in Google, honey, and go to your local, honey. You don't even have to call the national one. Oh, crazy. Yeah, Kim is out of here, honey. Yeah, Kim is. Child, go. Go home with the. I ain't got time for y'all. What's next? Baby, you don't want to miss this trip. Halloween in Thailand, hosted by Bre Starr. 7 days of food, nightlife, culture, relaxation, celebration, and fun. From the streets of Bangkok to the mountains of Chiang Mai, we will be going on a culinary tour across Thailand. We're doing some adult trick-or-treating in Asia. For some, it's going to be more tricking. For others, it's going to be more treating. 4-star accommodations, 7 days of food, relaxation, fun, celebration in another nation. A time will be had, and this is a time you don't want to miss. Everything you want and need in a vacation is already included in this trip. Click the link in my bio for more details to see the full itinerary and learn exactly why you shouldn't miss this trip. Payment plan options available as well. Come with me on a life-changing, breathtaking journey, an experience you'll never forget. Book your spot now, honey, before it's too late. Honey, you better not play with yourself. You can play with yourself if you want, honey. I wouldn't recommend doing it. But baby, I'm telling you, seizure or no seizure, we is still going to Thailand, honey. In and out of seizure, honey, we is still going to Thailand. Baby, I could be Harlem shaking next to the drunken noodles. Do you hear me? We is still going to be in Thailand. No, I'm not leaving early. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go take a nap while Armani and one of the partners, one of the teammates take over. Honey, together. I'll see y'all the following day. We will be there. No, this ain't no smiley situation. No, I'm not going to be doing it to be trying to duck nobody. No, I'm not trying to. I'm hyped for Thailand. No shade, baby. This is why we need a break. Yes, it's very much going to be a Thai Halloween. Yes, it's going to be a lot of dope cultural stuff going on that we've never seen during Halloween. It's going to be a lot of our stuff going on that we do get to see during Halloween. But ultimately, above all, this is a food tour across Thailand from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. It's going to be culture. It's going to be fun. It's going to be food. Vegan options are going to be vegan and vegetarian options are going to be available for every dish provided in the package. It's all included in the coin, all of the food stuff, all of the activities. We're not just going to be getting fed, but we're also going to be learning how to make traditional Thai dishes. We're going to be learning how to make Americanized Thai dishes. We're going to be learning, and we're going to be seeing it from farm to table. No shade. Like, oh, I'm just so hyped and excited. Come together, girl. Honey, be a professional. Honey, explain to the people why they want to. We're going to be able to see how they grow the food, how they, because, this is very much given no GMOs. This is very much given non-processed, and we're very much going to see the whole process. Even as we travel along the country, we're going to get to see different forms of agriculture, farmlands, along with, being hot and out in the streets. It's not just going to be about that. I love how their presentation and how they serve their food is not very extreme and over the top. It's very demure, very cutesy, very much like the focus is on the food, people, fresh ingredients. I'm so hyped, honey. My palate probably not gonna know what to do. My stomach probably not gonna know what to do. Honey, I'm definitely gonna be trying their McDonald's while we over there so I can give it some balance. I don't wanna completely wear my system out. Plus I wanna try everything. I definitely wanna try McDonald's in Thailand along with the food tour. We're also going to see animals. No, we're not gonna be eating the elephant. No, they don't eat the elephants. It's the elephant sanctuary in Chiang Mai, one of the most popular elephant sanctuaries in the entire world. They are not caged. This is not a zoo. It's very ethical treatment of animals. And it's more about giving space for the elephant species as a whole to continue evolving and populating and helping to preserve them from becoming extinct overall. But yeah, that's going to be in Chiang Mai. That's definitely one of the optional things you're going to be able to do. I know a lot of people are scared of animals, so I didn't put it on the package as a demand, but it's going to be an option. It's going to be something that I'm going to be doing while we're there, definitely. And again, nothing here is, even the stuff that we pay for out of pocket or the stuff that you might want to pay for out of pocket, souvenirs, anything. Keep in mind that the dollar, the US dollar, goes a lot further in Thailand than it does in the United States. The Thai baht goes, you can get a lot with a baht compared to what you can spend a dollar on here in the United States. And again, our money converts and appreciates in Thailand. So yeah. Keep all these things in mind. And there's ballroom. Yes, the girls can vogue in Thailand. Yes, some of the Asian girls that you are seeing are from Thailand. Yes. Yeah. So hyped, so excited, all of the things, honey. Y'all better hop on it, honey. I'm not sure if it's any VIP spots left, but you really don't need VIP spot, honestly, because this trip in itself is a VIP moment. Anything that you do with the PUSS is a VIP moment. This is how I spend my money on experiences. Material things, I have a lot of those. They come and go. You'll see them when you see me in person, but I really don't care about them. That's why you don't see them here. Oh, or you might occasionally. I'm not gonna make promises. Because as the team grows, who knows? I might start focusing on giving y'all, a new cut, a new color, a new look, or something every now and then. But yeah, I really, really don't care. Ultimately, my brand is about self-care, love, and ultimately joyous experiences. Ain't that just beautiful? Ain't it just beautiful? I love it here. I love it here on Earth. I'm just not loving it here in the United States very much, and that's exactly why I can't wait to go to Thailand. Hanoi. Hanoi. I. It is a food trip. It is from October 30th to November 5th, 2026. It is the week. It will be one of the best weeks of your life if you decide to go. I said what I said. I said what I said. All right, let's get into the tea, y'all. I can't stand this rubbernecker answer. I can't stand this loose neck vent. I am not a fan of her. I'm not a fan of her highlight. I'm not a fan of her thin bleach blonde hair. I'm not a fan of her pencil body frame. I'm not a fan of her skeletor bone structure. I'm not a fan of her filler on top of the skeletor. I'm not a fan of the way her voice sounds. I'm not a fan of the way it hits my ear. I'm not a fan of the way it echoes in the sound stage. Honey, I don't know why she's here. Honey, why didn't y'all leave her on the set of Survivor? And why is y'all bringing her back to the View? See, we understand the whole point of the View is that everybody has an opinion. But something that the View needs to realize is too many real old people over there. And I'm not talking about grown. Y'all got a bunch of Skeletors over there. You know? It's too many old people at the View. Y'all need a fresh take, a fresh perspective. Y'all need to go with the times. Right now, we are at a time where we realize that yes, everybody has an opinion. Yes, everybody has a right to their opinion, but everybody does not deserve to be heard. Everybody does not deserve to be on the main stage. And I know y'all do some questionable stuff over there at Disney. Y'all was just being questionable with Jimmy Kimmel not too long ago. But let me not say too much, honey, before I be out of the algorithm again over here, as I am on TikTok. But anyway, I'm just wondering why she here. She's caping for MAGA after all this stuff is going on. She is still on live television talking about she MAGA and got the nerve to be trying to sell a children's book to who, Miss Ma'am? Because the girls over in MAGA, they complaining about not being able to have children, not wanting one, or secretly getting abortion. So who is you? I'm confused. Under the name of Christianity, she says, honey, under the name of Jesus. Now, you the reason why people don't like Christians. Especially bleach blonde ones. Oh, I can't stand her. She makes my stomach turn, honey. I can't watch The View because she's on there. I listen. As soon as she gets talking, honey, I just be like, oh, it just, oh. You know, everything just gets stuck. It's like, she's like the vomit that gets stuck in your esophagus. And it's just like, where's you going to put it? But the fact that in today's climate, because I never watched The View. You know, I'm starting to get old now, so I'm watching The View. But I never watched The View before, so I didn't watch The View when she was on there. And like Alyssa, I don't really, or Allison, whatever her name is, the girl who supposed to be on there, who pregnant or whatever. I never really was too fond of her either because she holds on to that Republican conservative title too much, even though she claims she didn't vote Trump. But this hussy comes on TV and yes, I voted Trump, and yes, I'm still supporting them. And Alex, Patty, and Renee Good, so what? They were casualties. Charlie Kirk, what's next? Like, girl. And you selling a children's book, and you got the nerve to have a black child on the cover. The only reason I'm not showing the book is because I don't want nobody stupid, because MAGA do be over here sometimes. I appreciate you, MAGA. Keep leaving nasty comments, because even the nasty comments push me through the algorithm. Thank you. But anyway, Elizabeth, the reason we not showing the book is because I don't want to give her no clout. I don't want to give her no sales off of me and my platform. I be talking too fast sometimes, don't I? It's a damn shame. Anyway, got enough to be selling a book with a black child on the cover and you promoting being racist. I want to say where they do that at, but we know they do that in America consistently, honey. The people who sell the black people the most is usually the most racist. The View, don't bring her on no more. Girl, her time for her people, that it's done and gone. They got Fox, honey. Send her over there with Fox talking crazy, then brought her on here to talk Fox and talk crazy. Girl, get her out of here next, honey. She done made my stomach hurt. Speaking of somebody who a drink, Britney Spears. It's Britney, bitch. Holly. It's Britney. And I love what you do. Don't you know that you're toxic? Something else we know Britney will do. We know Britney has to drive. Yeah. We know Britney ass will drive while she's been drinking, even though we can't verify what's in that glass, honey. Britney Spears arrested in California for DUI. Britney Spears was arrested in Ventura County, California, Wednesday night for a DUI, law enforcement sources tell TMZ. The pop star was handcuffed by the California Highway Patrol around 9:30 p.m. last night, and she was booked by the Sheriff's Department around 3 a.m. She was released from jail around 6 a.m. today, according to inmate records. Oh, Britney spent the night. Britney said she spent the night. Honey, Britney, this giving Britney street cred. Honey. Britney was by herself when cops pulled her over in Westlake Village. Not far from her home, she was taken to a hospital immediately after she was pulled over. TMZ has learned. Well, why y'all have to take Britney to the hospital? She must not have adhered to the breathalyzer. She must have said, not doing it. I'm Britney, bitch. CHP officers transported her there to draw her blood. Yep, she refused the breathalyzer. Transported her there to draw her blood. Or maybe it was something other than alcohol. Allegedly. Well, TMZ's not saying alleged. CHP officers transported her there to draw her blood. According to multiple sources close to Brit, she did not sustain any injuries, and the hospital visit was purely to determine her blood alcohol content. Ooh, Britney refused the breathalyzer. Britney said, breathalyzer, breathalyzer, your breathalyzer, no, breathalyzer, no, your breathalyzer, baby. Britney said, that breathalyzer. Britney's run-in with the law comes just after she scored a legal victory when she was granted a permanent restraining order against a Louisiana man who randomly showed up at her LA area home after allegedly sharing several disturbing social media posts. Well, do, honey. Britney said, breathalyzer, no, breathalyzer, baby. Who. Honey, Britney said, no breathalyzer. Honey, Brit, we know you a drink. We know you a drive. I'm surprised you still got a license, honey. It's under conservatorship. Now, I've been doing my research trying to figure out who is this guy that she, that's been stalking Britney. So all of the major publications, who are willing to spill the tea, all the reputable publications who are willing to spill the tea, they say that he is quote unquote Donald. So of course I do my research and I come across this Donald. Says the man is 51 years old. Says he's quote unquote Donald, but Donald could be an alias that they're using for court records to help keep this guy out of the news. But I ended up coming across this Donald. And whether he's Britney's stalker Donald or not, he's an interesting Donald. And he's a Donald who has been spreading many social media theories about Britney for at least a decade. I'm going to give y'all an example of who Donald is. Donald Marshall, to be exact. Yeah, y'all know I do my research. Yeah, I'm a research scientist. Yeah, that's how I'm going to get the date. Even if I got to come online and badger people to death.
Other stuff. Now, they have these clone parties, okay? And also they get, I'll just tell you flat out, because they showed me, they call it the catalog. They get the school pictures from schools all over North America, and they look at the cutest ones, and they get the medical stuff from them and clone them and use them for sex slaves. Not without the parents' permission, and it doesn't really matter if they had permission or not, right? But this is what they do. I'm just telling you the severity of what they do there, right? Trust me.
Woo! Now, with the Epstein files coming out, there have been similar allegations and that could make this conspiracy theory make sense. There's similar allegations recently involving the Epstein files. For example, the guy being the CEO of Life Touch, or one of the head execs over there at Life Touch, which was, or maybe still is, I'm not sure. I haven't been in primary school for quite some time. But the head of Life Touch, or one of the heads of Life Touch, the people who take the school pictures, just don't have stainless. So you've been hearing some buzz about this, but keep in mind, Donald Marshall has been talking this stuff at least since 2013. Yes, not just talking it, but also writing it down in manifestos. So again, if this ain't Britney's Donald, this is an interesting Donald, and there are a lot of interesting coincidences, because Donald says that Britney herself is a clone and has been saying it for years, and you can find that footage online as well. All I have to say regarding Donald is, if Britney is a clone, then clearly she's glitching. If Britney is a clone, then clearly she is glitching at the moment. Maybe since 2007. Maybe is she. I don't buy into those extreme conspiracy theories like that. You know what I mean? I think it would be more believable, because I do think a lot of conspiracy theories start off with a touch of sense, a touch of something that makes sense, and then they completely blow it out of proportion. And the touch of something that makes sense is that it's possible that Britney's a test tube baby. It's possible that Britney is a product of early trials of in vitro or something. I don't know. And maybe they done spiraled that out to cloning. Maybe there are a few celebrities who were test tube babies. Maybe we know that they can genetically engineer children. That's not a secret. If you thought it was a secret, then apparently you just don't make enough money to be in those seats and to be in those circles where people are genetically engineering children. But that's been available for at least a decade now, where you can pick your children's eye color and various other things. Again, if you have enough money. So I don't know. I don't know if Britney is a clone or not. I'm just still gagging that Britney is driving. The DUI doesn't shock me, because I was here to free Britney, but I was here to free Britney under conditions and stipulations. I've always been here under the idea of freeing Britney from letting other people have control over her money, to a point where Britney was just given less control over her money. And for Britney to get some freedom to be able to go outside and stuff. But see, I wasn't even thinking to give Britney a license. So y'all was already going to. I mean, come on, let's keep it 100. Why didn't we just talk about the good sister Britney? Wasn't my intuition and my discernment just telling y'all last week that the good sister Britney had a testimony for y'all? This is what Britney is out here giving and her extension. And y'all want Britney to be driving somebody somewhere? I don't even want Britney to be driving herself nowhere. Because Britney has already drove herself crazy. Yeah. Ow. Baby. Twirl, Britney, twirl. Baby. I'm so into you. Ooh, you got me thinking, what can I do? Baby, you spin me around. Oh, the earth is moving, but I can't feel the ground. Come on, come on. Every time you look at me. Come on, Britney. Our heart is jumping. It's easy to see. You drive me crazy. Honey, Kevin drove her crazy, I think. Baby, I don't even think it was the boy. What's the light skinned boy that had got kicked off a scandal for being a scandal in real life? The light skinned boy from the dance movie. Honey, from Hook It Up, Shake It Off. Honey. Yeah, Femme Queen. Femme Queen, definitely. Britney is every bit a white woman. Femme Queen, honey. That's Janet's daughter. That's Janet's Caucasian daughter. Yes, it is, honey. Speaking of the Caucasian daughters, honey. Auntie Porter, honey, Miss Billy Porter recently sat down with Maddie, and I ain't seen no clips going viral, but y'all know I've been in here having seizures and Harlem shaking in the corner and shit. But Maddie sat with Billiam, honey, our good Auntie Billiam, honey Porter. And Billy was telling her story, and I was gagging. I was gagging a little bit, like I had never really gotten to Billy. And Billy had said some things that had really resonated with me. Billy had talked about she is tired of the girls seeing her as a clown. She feels like everybody parades her like a clown because she wears women's clothes. And I really felt bad to my heart and to my spirit, because y'all know I clown about Auntie Billiam. But y'all know I clowns about everybody. I clown about my goddamn honey. See, you see my seizures was acting up. I had looked into the light thinking that was the goddamn camera, honey, and now I'm feeling fussy. Anyway, Auntie Billy Porter, I don't kiki at you specifically, and I don't make a mockery of you specifically because you wear women's clothes and you're clocky. That is not why I kiki because you be looking a good damn mess, especially since you've been going through this divorce. You've been looking a tranny fool, girl. When you first started stepping out, honey, you was giving us facts. It was giving us moments, honey. I was living for the tuxedo ball gown. It was moments. It's fashion moments. But girl, since you've been going through this divorce, honey, the micros was a damn fool. Honey, the wig's been a damn fool. Honey, you looking crusty over there, huh? Girl, honey, ever since you came out and told us that you positive, it looked like you just got diagnosed because you've been looking ashy as hell. Girl, you better get on the Truvada, bitch, honey, and get you some oil sheen. If the skin's so soft or whatever lotion you using ain't working, then you might have to try Iso Plus from back in the day and just spray that on yourself at night. And put on a good satin pajamas so that it won't even soak up that Iso Plus. It won't even soak up that oil sheen and leave that all for your skin. Auntie Porter. Now, Auntie Porter, I kikis and I cuts up with you because I hope you got a sense of humor. But daughter, I don't think you do because you one of the dramatic girls. Honey, I ain't seen you do a comedic role ever in life. But I hope, Auntie, that you can get a kiki from me. Bitch. Oh, I know you've been through a lot. I can sense it. I'm the bitch still recovering from a damn seizure. You know, every seizure is a near-death experience. And I'm here. Honey. Auntie. You've been looking ashy out here, bitch. And I'm one of the natural girls. I'm one of the wash face natural hair girls. And if I say you look ashy, then bitch, you looking dusty like a sand nigga. But no, I had never really gave Auntie's story a chance, but that hasn't been shade. I had just never really gotten to the scene. But Auntie was telling her story with the good sister Madison. I recommend you check out the whole interview. But this was Auntie explaining and breaking down why she had to tell that woman, fuck her. This is her breaking it down.
It's a kidney infection with kidney stones. Fast forward to, they finally give me medicine. It seems to go away. I direct a play in London. I come home. I go on vacation. I go into rehearsals for Cabaret on Broadway. I go into the show and everything seems fine. And a month in, the kidney stone pain comes back. It's a Friday of my 4th week. I'm supposed to do 3 months. Marisha Wallace and I are closing the show. By Tuesday, I checked myself into the hospital because I'm in so much pain. And and I woke up on Saturday morning. I'm sorry. I checked myself in on Tuesday night, and I woke up on Saturday night. They went in to do a routine check.
See, I told y'all that Auntie was one of the dramatic girls, and I'm not BSing you. Yeah, Auntie, I don't know if these is fake tears or stage tears or what, but she came on here saying she wasn't going to tell her business. That's how the interview started. And all Maddie did was ask her, why did she tell Nicki Minaj her? And yeah, and this is literally the story. Yeah, we're going to get that. We're going to get that. I promise you, we were going to get that.
I saw that the kidney stone was trapped in my urethra.
Oh.
And they went in to do a routine, put a stent in, redirect the urine, blast me with real antibiotics, not UK antibiotics, not that weak shit. then go in through my penis and blow up the kidney stones.
Oh.
When they got in there was so much pus and bile and infection behind the stone. It bubbled up and I went uroseptic in minutes. I was on the ECMO machine. I was dead for 3 days.
And that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for that dead for 3 days. Now, why did we had to know that Auntie was dead for 3 days for her to explain to us that one moment? Why did we have to know that Auntie? Our Auntie had to do with just say that she been having some medical issues and tell her medical story. Maddie has set her up to tell her medical story. But somehow, when we asked her why did she tell that woman? Why did we have that one moment with that woman? Yeah.
Because Nicki Minaj has been trending, over her.
Fuck her. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And all of them. And all.
Now we went all the way to the UK, bitch. We came all the way back, honey. We got on some American antibiotics, honey. We ended up getting a stone blown up out of the penile. We died for multiple days and everything just for us to find out exactly why.
When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And all of them. And all of them.
Speaking of this, we're on this topic because, Nicki Minaj has been.
Why?
Fuck her. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And all.
I don't even got that. I don't think my breath get that hot or something because I can't hold that note that long. We went all around. Honey, Auntie wanted us to know that she was Jesus. She rose on the 3rd day. Fuck. bitch. Oi. Oh, I get it now. Auntie was septic. That's why she wanted us to know that her breath was hitting that woman's weave like that, because Auntie had been septic. She had just woke up from the third day. She had just resurrected. Yeah, so she wanted us to explain how that breath had smelled like death on that woman's microphone and in her face. My God, today. But definitely go and check out the whole entire interview. Auntie Porter knows she's a gay. Baby, you know who else needs to know that they're a key if they don't know that they're a key already? What is going on? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it to me. Only do it if we key, baby. Are y'all here? Are y'all here? But speaking of a key, y'all know who is a key, honey? Beyonce's parents is a key, huh? Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Her parents is a key, honey. This is what Matthew Knowles has said in an interview when asked about Tina Knowles' contribution to Destiny's Child.
You've earned your flowers. I've said the same thing to Miss Tina Knowles. You guys put in the work, and obviously the talent was there with your kids and your grandkids.
What work did she put in?
In the hair,
okay,
clothing.
Yes, yeah, you're absolutely right. And the styling.
The styling.
The imaging, you're right.
She claimed to have preyed on the name and different aspects of that.
Sure. Sure.
So, yeah. It's a joint effort.
We'll stop now.
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
No. I'm good.
All right.
You're good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know it ain't my job to tell y'all what to think, honey, when it comes to this pop culture bullshit. But you know it's my job to always try and lead y'all in the right direction. I don't know if y'all heard Shay, but I heard spicy ex-husband Shay. I heard musty ex-husband Shay. I heard him trying to downplay the role that this woman played in Destiny's Child. Because in the same moment that he asked him, what the hell did Tina Beyonce Knowles do? In that same moment, he's agreeing as the man goes down the list of things that Tina Beyonce Knowles did in the creation and evolution of Destiny's Child, including the name that Matthew could not come up with. A marketable name, and you supposed to be a marketing genius, but Miss Tina Beyonce Knowles comes up with the biggest and most important aspect of marketing the girl group is their damn name. People could argue that the things that you did, Matthew Knowles, were things that any other manager could have did with the talent and drive of the girls. But anyway, apparently I wasn't the only person who heard the shade. Baby, because the good folks over at I Can Books, honey, decided that we can salute Miss Tina Knowles right after this interview drops.
Tina Knowles doesn't really get credit for how she shaped culture. Being the matriarch is a big piece of the puzzle, but it's not the full picture. The truth is, her story is no different from other black artists who were blocked from participating in the mainstream, mocked for their work, and yet ultimately copied. Miss Tina left the hair salon to devote time to building Destiny's Child. She answered the question, how do you create a girl group that looks cohesive, honoring the past while still maintaining individual personality for each of its members. With major names refusing to dress Destiny's Child, she used bold fabrics and designs to create some of the most iconic looks of an era. They called her work tacky until it became
because designers were refusing to dress Destiny's Child. They had no interest in dressing this girl group. First of all, who are they? We done already had SWV. We done already had In Vogue. We still got TLC. At the time when Destiny's Child came out, Lisa was still alive. What makes these girls special? They not hood. They from Houston. We ain't even know no niggas from Houston back then. We ain't no Paul Wall and them. It wasn't damn sure it wasn't no Meg Thee Stallion and no Mike Jones before it was a Beyonce and Destiny's Child. Stop playing like that. Wouldn't even dress these girls, honey. She had to come up off her throne, honey. They say, you know, Miss Tina Knowles was already in the six figures and had been carrying the family for several years. Is what they say, including Matthew Knowles said that. But what did she contribute? I know you fucking lying after you done cheated on this woman and allegedly had babies out of wedlock and everything. I know you.
Couture, with similar looks showing up on runways. Nevertheless, this became the ultimate girl group blueprint, with the biggest girl groups now using the Tina Knowles method of cohesive individuality. And if that wasn't enough, in a return to form, Tina Knowles was able to take the decades of knowledge of hair health and styling and turn that into a successful prestige hair care brand, Sacred. From redefining hair to defining the look of an era, we celebrate the beauty icon, the matriarch, badass Teeny B, a true uncrowned queen.
Now, you really think that it's a coincidence that both of her blood daughters, ended up becoming celebrities, people who make a living off of just being themselves? You think it's a coincidence that both of them became who they are and are known as two of the most humble people in the music industry? Crazy as catnip, they say Solange is, but still humble nonetheless, honey. You know, Beyonce has a reputation for, in my opinion, honestly, kissing too many of y'all asses. But anyway, Tina Knowles, ladies and gentlemen, honey, and Matthew knew that he had fucked up any damn way. Look what he had to say. Look what he done came out and said. Honey, PR, public speaking, #1. If you have a fucked up interview moment, blame it on the interviewer.
So Matthew, in the interview, when the local anchor here in New York City, Candace Gibson, he asked you about Miss Tina Knowles. He said that he was trying to give you both your flowers, and you asked him, what did she do? What did you mean by that?
I think I calmly, what I said, and I'm actually quoting, what work did she put in? It was a question. When I don't do interviews, Carlos. I have conversations.
Yeah.
And I have the right.
You don't do interviews, you have conversations. What the hell is the difference? #1. Let's start there. You already bullshitting us.
As you know, I'm a college professor. I didn't know what he meant by that. So I'm saying calmly, what work did she put in? That was a question. I don't know how that became a comment, but it was a question.
Now you gaslighting us. Now we didn't hear the tone in which you said it. We heard it wrong. Okay.
And then the gentleman went on to say her hair. Well, Tina did way more than just her hair. And if you look at the interview, I said her hair. No, she did the styling, built the image for Destiny's Child. Wouldn't you agree that's way more than just saying someone did the hair?
No, absolutely. I think a lot of people are familiar with Destiny's Child's story.
And now he's getting ready to go ahead and play a kiss ass for Matthew Knowles. Child Matthew, we heard what you said, honey. Baby, well, I heard what you said. Again, I can't speak for y'all. Honey, let me stop hitting the camera. I heard what he said. I can't speak for y'all. And I think that it was shade, honey. And I think that every day that he wake up and he look at the wife that he got now and he think about the wife he had before, it's shade in his heart. Huh? I think when he wake up now and realize that he's destroyed Destiny's Child as a group, when he destroyed his relationship with his daughter, his relationship with his daughters, questionably 3 of them being biological, questionably, if you know, you know. This is throwback. I went and found some throwback Darion Ed's House of Darion Ed. This is when Darion was really being pushed on us, and honestly, at that time, I didn't get it. I did feel like Tina's style was tacky. I did feel like she made stuff that I liked and stuff that I would wear. But honestly, there were times that I would like her stuff, would wear her stuff, even buy her stuff and wear her stuff, and not want to admit or not want to tell people that it was Darion, or not want the name to be really flashy and sing, because the clothing brand had a reputation of being tacky. I wasn't the only one that thought it, right? But looking back, I just think that me and my, in my hip hop schoolgirl moments, I didn't get it. Because like the previous video said, a lot of runway houses did steal Tina Knowles' aesthetic. And they did steal a lot of her design ideas. And a lot of us did buy it. And a lot of us do still worship those designers. A lot of y'all still to this day will spend your last dime on a Gucci belt instead of taking a trip to Thailand that's going to change your life. A Gucci belt that somebody going to end up stealing from you, or you going to end up losing. Anyway, looking back, like, yeah, this was classic Grecian draping. Wasn't nothing wrong with this dress. And now I wonder, and these were the streetwear pieces. It's a cute little dress. I actually had a dress similar to this by Betsy Johnson. And I wonder what would have happened if we had really let her rock with her cowgirl aesthetic. I wonder where Darion, the House of Darion, would be today if we were as woke as we are now, if we were that woke back then. Because again, I did think some of the shit was tacky, but I haven't seen a popular designer that hasn't made something that I thought was tacky, or overpriced, or useless, or lacked creativity. So that makes me wonder that if Miss Tina Knowles were a white man in the fashion industry, would the House of Darion be something completely different? And when Kanye was trying to figure out how sway, was the House of Darion one of the fashion brands that he was thinking about that could or should arguably be a statement fashion house, a legacy fashion house, or at least working toward that at this point? It's been 20 years. I don't know. But what I do know is that I would totally wear this jumpsuit and I would totally take it to Thailand with us. Oh, and that's Darion right there. Honey, that's one of their current pieces. That's one of their current pieces. But that's just me. That's just what I think. But I don't want to hold y'all for a long time. I just want to hold y'all for a good time. I appreciate all of the comments and all of the well wishes. Ava, you funny. I appreciate all of the comments and the well wishes. Armani, don't be talking a whole bunch of foolishness on my line. Make sure you're doing your job, honey. You saw that. You saw Matt hitting the floor. Somebody said I saw that. Matt, get up. LOL. Talk about Matt. Ooh. Let me give y'all the follow up on Matt because I can't leave y'all hanging. Honey, that's bad journalism, even though I'm a research scientist who just researched the tea and bring it to y'all. But let me give y'all the update on Matt. Keisha, real quick. Honey, before we get out of here, wow, it's on my mind. Because I wanted to give y'all the update. I wanted y'all to see more than just them prancing like reindeers. Honey. Kiki trying to break in here. Kiki trying to break in. All right, where we at? Matt, Keisha. All right, let me find. I'm gonna have to skip to my Lil. Oh, I wonder if she's gonna let me do it. She ain't gonna let me do it. Oh, she might not let me do it right here. All right, let's see. What was the video? It was Matt, Keisha, and Zanny and them. Man. All right, let me see if she pop up. If I put in that TA. Oh no, she didn't pop up. I'm gonna have to bring it back to y'all then. I don't want to spend too much time looking for it, but it's gonna be on my mind, so I'm gonna have to bring it to y'all tomorrow, honey. He did. He very much fell out, like on seeing the funeral. Matt, Keisha was on the floor. You already packed for Thailand, honey? I bet you is, honey. With that OCT over there, you probably is already packed for Thailand. Honey, I know I'm ready. I know I'm ready. I ain't packed. I ain't even gonna tell that lie, honey. You gonna be hosting, Armani? Get out of this chat talking great, cause you gonna be hosting the exam. You gonna be hosting if I have a Harlem Shake. You gonna have to be hosting for 17 seconds. Though. Britney stay getting her 10%. Britney stay getting her 10s. Chiba. Chiba, you gonna be in Thailand with us? Baby, now I understand getting emotional about a kidney stone, especially when it's in your urethra. I understand getting emotional about that. I understand getting emotional about pain. What's going on, boring? I understand getting emotional about pain, but honey, Auntie Porter can't do an interview without getting emotional. Like, how did we go? I still don't understand how did we go from fuck to crying and dead for 3 days and sanctified and resurrected. I'm having a hard time. Having a hard time with that. 3 days. 3 days. She said 3 days. Babe, Chiba, that breath was hot like fire. Baby, that was from the grave breath, honey. That was Crypt Keeper breath, Chiba. Oh, Auntie said no, 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 baby. Yes, honey, you caught it live. Right on that, honey. Clock that and carry it to your mother, honey. Yeah, Matthew is shady. Honey. I'm going to bring y'all back. I can't spoil the ending. I can't spoil it. And y'all don't go look it up. I can't spoil the ending. I can't spoil the ending. But let's just say Matthew is currently living real shady. Who pulled what stunt? Oh yeah, Matthew. Matthew stay pulling the stunts, don't he? That's why Beyonce don't fuck with Matthew. Stay pulling the stunt on. Stay pulling a stunt. That's why Solange don't fuck. Stay pulling a stunt, honey. That's why Kelly don't. Honey, stay pulling a stunt. That's why Latavia traumatized. Stay pulling a stunt. That's why Latoya don't fuck with. Matthew Knowles can't be trusted. Broke Buster can't be trusted. I'm talking about he don't do interviews and he be trying to get paid for interviews. Like, girl, if you don't sit your black ass down, bitch. If you don't sit it down. Exactly. Even if that woman ain't have to so marry him, just the fact that she gave birth to the star, honey, and the bandmate who started the band, that alone, honey. Look at the way y'all be trying to kiss these celebrity people tail, honey, and they don't even be good. Mental health be crazy as can. Honey, Lindsay Lohan father is still getting jobs and gigs off of being Lindsay Lohan father, and he's been a trash addict all her life. Just like Matt. He just didn't get caught up like Matt. But he been to jail. Period. Honey, he couldn't even help market the perfume. Yeah, he said, what work? Exactly. What work? He did. No Harlem shaking. I can't Harlem shake while we in Thailand. No, I cannot Harlem shake while we in Thailand because I'm going to be too busy. Bend it over, bust it over, bend it over, bust it over. Bust it over, bend it over. Yes, honey. Exactly. Why would he ask like that? Honey. Wild work. Matt Keisha is a wild girl. You said Matt Keisha's wild work, but Matt Keisha's a wild girl. Honey, Matt Keisha was on the floor, honey. Matt Keisha was swimming on the carpet, honey. You would have thought she was a lesbian, honey. A professional lesbian. Go winner. Honey. With platinum bangles, the way she was in that carpet. Matt Keisha, you would have thought Matt Keisha was having a seizure. You would have thought Matt Keisha was Harlem shaking, honey. Yes, honey. Nasty word. Nasty word. I didn't Harlem shaking the carpet like that before having a seizure. You doing your job. You better be doing your job, Armani. What's going on, AR? Auntie Porter's on Outlaw. Hey, baby, honey, Auntie Porter anywhere is going to be a dramatic key, and she don't even know she's a key. Like, I'm glad that when I got on this camera and y'all started saying I was a key, I started to like expand my horizons. Like, girl, maybe you is a dramatic ass key, girl. And then I saw it, and now I can't unsee it. And that's why I really don't like now I don't be editing my damn content. Because if I have to sit through it, make my stomach hurt. Because now that I see that I'm a kid, I can't see it. See, that's me being vulnerable. Y'all see me being vulnerable? Aren't you proud of me? I can hear the congratulations coming through the screen. Thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I always knew I was crazy, but I didn't know that crazy to a lot of people translates as funny. So now I just get more comfortable being crazy and saying crazy shit around y'all. But sometimes it's cringy. Sometimes it's cringy, and I know. But see, that's when you have to remember when it's cringy, that's the reminder that, like, oh no, this is just naturally that bitch. Like, she didn't write this down. Like, this wasn't practice. No. No say. No say comedian. You proud of me? The lightning, the notifications interrupting the interviews, and Maddie's concerned face the whole dang time took me right out. Baby, that interview is worth watching, Bori. Bori broke it down exactly why you should check out that interview. But yeah, thank y'all for coming, chilling with me again. Thank you for the well wishes and the concerns about my seizure. But don't cry for me, Argentina, honey. I'm a firm believer that everybody goes when it's their time and there's no way to avoid it. Ain't no final destination over here, Miss Cleo, honey, because if it was, honey, Marie Laveau would still be alive. Anyway, next check, next ticket. As long as I'm here, I hope that y'all here with it. Peace, love, and blessings to you and yours until we speak again. Konnichiwa. No, that ain't even Thai. That's Japanese.